Yeah, I know you gon' feel it, you gon' feel it. I'm the realest, I'm the realest, I'm the illest, I'm the illest, trillest, sickest that you'll ever see. And when you hear this, you gon' feel it, you gon' feel it. Then you know that I'm the sickest. Yeah.
Available now on Amazon and iTunes.
We joined this week's podcast already in progress.
I wanted to turn it on because we were
talking about
some cool shit that I was like, this needs to be fucking on here.
Yeah, like
we're talking about social media and how it basically is an addiction. You know?
it is.
About how
Why I don't have it.
Right, and kudos to Elmac. He's probably one of the only people that I know that's really stayed true to the I'm not fucking with social media.
The only thing I
aspect.
ever did was Facebook, and I was on it for a short.
I thought you did
time.
MySpace. I wanted to say it was even farther back. Yeah,
MySpace.
So that shows you how far back it was that Mac was like, "Oh, I'll give it a shot," and was like, "No, fuck that, never again."
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched something recently. It's so crazy how this conversation got started because I was talking about Anonymous and, the hacker group with the Guy Fawkes masks, if you're not familiar. They posted a video basically the truth you need to understand, or something of that vein of
right.
The undisputed truth that, they're trying to hide from you is that, we're kind of being manipulated and controlled by social media and how when you get either a like or a comment or some type of response that's positive in some kind of way, that your brain releases dopamine and you get this, this happy feeling. But you're always constantly waiting for that next hit of dopamine. Like you're always checking to see, did somebody else like it? Did somebody else see it? Did somebody else comment? And you're basically depleting
your dopamine.
You're
using it all up in a matter of 30 minutes.
Right. And then it leaves you feeling empty and depressed afterwards.
Right.
And
it's like doing ecstasy.
Yeah, exactly. That was something I always thought about when people would talk about doing ecstasy. Is they're like, it depletes all your serotonin at once. And I'm like, so you're saying you get a month's worth of serotonin all at once? And they're like, yeah. So well, then what are you going to do for the rest of the fucking month while your brain's trying to make serotonin?
I'm going to lay in this dark room.
Right.
And
I'm going to wish I didn't do fucking ecstasy. You know?
Drink a bunch of orange juice.
What is it with orange juice? I always hear that.
I guess the taste of it, the acidity of it the ecstasy is just
maybe
killer.
That's what it is. I think I've always heard LSD in orange juice because something about the acidicness and acid.
Well, I do know that there have been times that I've had a Xanax and I go drink one of those pineapple mango juices. Holy shit.
Really? Does it enhance the feeling?
Oh my god. Well, it's just this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted in my entire fucking life. But then I'll be off the Xanax and I'll get it and it's
I don't know.
Just the signals that it interprets in your brain.
Right.
Once it's being affected by the drug, it makes certain sensations better.
It's a chemical reaction.
Exactly. Speaking of chemical reactions, I've been rewatching Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people have since El Camino came out, which I still haven't seen. Don't spoil it, but
it's really good. It's really good.
That's not a spoiler. I think that's.
It's a continuation of Jesse's story to finally close his chapter out.
I remember you saying that it felt very much like a continuation of Breaking Bad. It felt like a new episode of Breaking Bad.
An extended episode.
Yeah, because how long is it?
It's an hour and a half.
Okay. So it's legit movie time.
Yeah.
Did you say Aaron Paul was he on his game?
He was Jesse, man.
Yeah.
Like, you totally felt like that was him.
Like, no, didn't miss a beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just jumped back in.
It was nice. Like, it felt like Breaking Bad. It didn't feel like any major time had passed at all. I enjoyed it.
I like Aaron Paul. I hope good things keep coming his way, because I know a lot of people is like, oh, he's gonna get typecasted because of Breaking Bad. And I'm like, I hope not, because he's a really great actor. But I know he's done a lot of stuff since, so, and he's even directed and wrote some stuff, so like maybe that's what he would rather do. So as long as he's doing something, I'm like, hey, that's cool, man. I dig his shit. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got off topic. Because we are the masters of getting off topic.
Yeah.
Jedis of getting off topic. But Facebook, I was telling Mac earlier that I'm seriously considering just dipping out. Just fucking retiring to my quiet Twitter porch.
But hey, you know what? The thing about Facebook is that you can't really get rid of it. You can just make it inactive.
Well, you can.
I mean, you can uninstall it from your phone.
Well, you can delete it now.
Oh, they finally made that?
They finally made, but it takes a hot minute.
Really?
Because when I tried to delete the Funyun Bob Facebook page, it took a grip. It was basically like, we'll delete it in about a month from now.
Right. Just in case you change your mind.
I guess maybe it's that, or surely it wouldn't take that long to just wipe you off their server.
They're just banking on the fact that you're going to be like, I need that like.
I need that
attention.
You need your fix.
So you know what?
Come back to Facebook.
I'm going back to Facebook.
Yep. That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
They're like fucking drugstore cowboys, man. I got what you need. Check out this fucking cat video. Don't you want to make your own cat video so people will like you? You know, fucking, god damn it.
Yeah.
And you know, have you ever watched any of the Zuckerberg, trial or whatever?
I honestly have not.
I've only seen like clips and stuff, but some of the things that they're like, Mr. Zuckerberg, would you be comfortable telling us what hotel you stayed in last night? And he's kind of like, no, I wouldn't. And they're like, yeah. How about that? It was just kind of like, wow. Like right off the bat, they were like, would you like to tell us all of your personal fucking information so that we could sell it to various advertisers to figure out what the fuck you like? Well, not really. Well, that's what you fucking do, so, that's why we're here. But yeah, that was explained in a way that I really understood. They're like, people are like, well, if Facebook and all these things are a non-profit thing, then how do they have advertisers? They're paying for your attention.
Yes.
That's what they're buying, When they give Facebook money, they're paying for your attention, And I was like, that's fucking crazy. Attention has a price.
Yes, it does, especially in today's society. Well, I like
more so than ever, so that's just crazy to me.
Hell, I was listening to Joe Rogan interview Edward Snowden, and he got into talking about how they use your phones to spy and stuff, and it's not necessarily that they're picking your phone to listen in on your conversation. They're just recording the data of where you traveled, how long you stayed there, what you looked up on the internet, how long you looked at it, what you went from there to there, and basically getting this whole profile of everything that's you. Your daily routine. So if they ever do need to manipulate you, they have everything they need.
Right. Something the American Outlaw Wade told me. He said if they're watching you, then they already got you.
Exactly.
I was like, that is probably some of the best fucking advice ever.
Yeah.
So we're already got Mac. If they ever really wanted us, we're done. So hopefully we look good in orange. If so, I don't know.
Oh, may just have to pull an Epstein.
Yep. Well, it's been a good run.
That's right. So fucking Halloween, dude.
Halloween.
It's coming up.
That is really the point of this fucking podcast. We rambled.
Hey, that's all right.
But yeah, Halloween has always been special to me and you for years.
It's the best holiday ever.
It is, absolutely.
I mean, and it's so crazy because as soon as September hits, everybody starts throwing out Halloween shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you also see Christmas shit, which is highly annoying.
It is, because I don't want to share. Because to me, Christmas is so... It's like, I'm the most important holiday because I'm about Christ. And it's like, yeah, we get that. But let me have Halloween. And then in November, you can just shit all over Thanksgiving because nobody cares.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you always kind of... Thanksgiving and Christmas go hand in hand. So you're like, you don't care if that overlaps. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but with Halloween, do not show me fucking Christmas trees unless it's goddamn black and got Jack Skellington on the fucking top like yours does. You know?
Right.
So, fuck all that. You know.
But
get out of my face with your Christmas shit so early. You know. That's the thing. If you want to put it out, I don't give a fuck. I like Christmas decorations. I'm not gonna hate on that, but not in October. Fuck off.
Well,
fuck off with your wrapping paper in October.
How about this? Walmart has already taken down half of their stock of Halloween shit.
Oh yeah,
and
they didn't really have shit to begin with.
Right.
They gave zero fucks.
It's not even Halloween yet, and they're already taking it down to make room for Christmas shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell you from an insider tip from the Walla, fucking, they wanted all of our Halloween related crap out of stock by the 24th.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like, we want all this shit out of here before then.
Well,
So,
put the shit on fucking sale, bitch.
that's the
You
thing.
want it gone, you get it for next to nothing.
Right. They're always waiting until the last fucking minute. they always want you to scramble the day after for half-price Halloween candy.
Yeah.
And that shit goes quick.
And you
I
know
was
what?
actually there to witness that last year to see how quick.
I don't even give a fuck about the candy. I want decorations. If you
feel
want to get rid of your good shit, that's what you need to put on sale. Fuck the candy. Everybody's going to buy candy.
Well, you get candy any motherfucking time. Fucking
Exactly.
give me some cool skeletons and crazy shit that I can hang up in my house.
Exactly.
For cheap.
Yeah.
Because, like, even Target's got some dope Halloween shit that you're like, man, this is cool as fuck, but it's fucking expensive. You know?
Way expensive. Which there is that new store, the party store in Florence, that they've got an awesome Halloween setup over there.
I haven't been over there. I
Better
imagine
hurry the
they're
fuck
probably fucking expensive too, though. Right?
Actually, they're very reasonable.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
very reasonable.
Because, you know, like places like Halloween Express and places like that in the past, like you'd go in there, you're like, this shit is cool as fuck, but I would never be able to afford any of it.
See, I feel like this shit is more reasonable than Halloween Express ever was. Like
That's
some really
dope.
cool, light up, moving fucking props for a price that you're like, okay, I would fucking pay that.
Right.
I don't want to pay that, but I would pay that.
Yeah.
Instead of, God, man, I wanted to eat some fucking good food this week. But you're gonna make me eat damn bologna sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, dude, I can remember years where I spent a grip on Halloween shit, you know, decorations and, you know, all the different shit that went with it, you know, whether it was a show or just a party or whatever it was, you know, we always threw down because it was our favorite shit. We always wanted to go all out.
Make it look dope as hell.
Yeah. That was kind of our thing. Like, we always wanted to kind of be notorious for, like, oh, it's the Halloween dudes. You know? Like, we kind of got there for a little while, and then we kind of fell off, and then, like, we're kind of getting back now, you know?
Yeah,
like,
a little bit.
your party, your past party was fucking awesome.
It was cool.
That was, what, 2017 or 18?
It wasn't last year. It was the year
Right,
before.
so it was 2017. But that was when we unveiled Jack Skellington and Pickle Rick for the first time, which everybody marked out for.
Which I got Jack still set up.
I was about to say, I'm seeing some of the shit that you putting together. It's looking cool. It's going to be different this time around, but it's going to be awesome.
I'm finally going to have my foggy moat or foggy pond or
Yeah,
whatever.
because see, that was an idea the first time. And it was like, oh man, that'll be fucking cool. Now it is a reality.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Made a pond in my flower bed and get some
I mean,
dry ice.
Yeah, it's the perfect size for it too. Like,
Oh, it looks dope as hell.
Plus
It's been
it's
up
got-
for a couple weeks now.
Did you take the stump out, or is the
No,
stump
his
still
stump's there.
Okay, sweet.
I got another figure towering over the stump.
Cool.
It's not Jack. It's different. It's a scarecrow.
That's cool. I can dig it.
Got me a pentagram.
But yeah,
and
like
pond.
I remember, that party in particular. you and Cassie both went all out, like being out in the yard and the little toilet paper roll things, but they had glow sticks in them, so
Yeah,
it was
it looked
like
like
the
eyes.
glowing eyes in the grass and shit. I was like, that's such a subtle little thing, but it was just so dope to me. I was
Right.
like, damn, I wouldn't have even noticed that if we didn't walk over here, I was like, yeah, that was tight. It was like every facet of where everybody was had something there,
Yeah,
was
bloodied
like,
up the bathroom, so
that's
when you
dope
went in there, it
shit.
made
Yeah.
you uncomfortable.
Yeah, like there was a bloody shower curtain and like blood on the toilet and stuff.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. And then you had the skull over the sink, so it was like the faucet actually come out of a skull's mouth.
Right.
I was like, now that's attention to detail right there. That's Mac extra right there.
That's right. And you know what? I think that was a Cassie idea.
Really?
I think she...
Well, props to you, Cassie, because
Yeah.
that was a dope touch. I remember going to wash my hands and being like, oh, wow. They really went all out.
my hands, you fucking skeleton.
Yeah. But yeah, we love Halloween. But
We went to Arks Portus last weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was pretty fucking cool.
I mean, I've been a couple times, but it changes every fucking year.
Yeah. I've only been one other time.
Okay.
And it was all inside. Well, this trip, they took you through the woods back behind
Oh, wow.
the flea
See,
market, too.
the last
And
time
had
I
trailers
went,
and shit set up.
you did go outside, but it was more in that little middle courtyard
Right,
area.
yeah.
Like they had made that little swamp area,
Yeah.
which was cool as fuck, because, I'm expecting to be
Oh, they
inside
still had
all
that,
the time.
too.
That was a cool place, but...
But yeah,
It-
then they lead you outside, too, and you got to go through these shacks and fucking
wow.
trailers they had set
And
up.
see, that's the thing. They spend a fuck ton of money on this
Yeah,
place.
man.
So, I mean, every year you're like, wow, this is some new shit that I did not see last time. Like,
Well, they got people coming from all around the south
oh, yeah.
to this thing.
I mean, it's one of the, I want to say at one point in time, it was in the top 10 of America's best haunted houses.
Yeah.
And, I mean... it was probably my first that was outside of a kiddie bullshit haunted house that I was like, yo, that was dope. Like,
Yeah.
that was, because I remember thinking, like, man, the tickets for this are kind of pricey. And then I get in there, I'm like, holy shit, like, they spent money on this place.
I want
Like,
to say it took us like 20 minutes to walk
it
through
takes
it.
a hot minute. Like,
20 or
they've
30
actually
minutes to
gotten
walk
to
through
it
it.
where, they plot you around to where it's an experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and you can even pay extra and get extra shit that maybe like the regular people don't get, like
Oh,
a VIP thing. or
We did the
whatever.
VIP.
Okay.
But all that did was just get us to the front of the line.
Well,
So we pulled up, walked in, the line stretched out to the parking lot, and we go get our tickets and walk through this doorway, and we're walking past everybody, and you can hear, where the fuck are they going?
That's
And we get
great.
up there, and they're like, all right, you guys line up, get over here, we're sending you through. Like, fuck yeah. We didn't even have to wait 5 fucking minutes.
That's great.
It was awesome.
You got to be
and,
like a big shot for a minute.
Dude, it was sweet. Like,
Who the
not
fuck is
having
that
to-
guy?
Not having to sit back there and wait on your color to be called, and
When you heard them say like, where are they going? You should have just turned around and been like, I'm out, Mac, bitch. Red Monster Inc. Subscribe.
VIP, bitch. Spend that extra $15.
That's right.
But it was worth it. I felt like it was worth it.
Definitely. I mean, it's every time that I want to say I've been twice now, and it was dope both times. Fucking, I would love to go again. Every year, I'm like, damn it, I need to go to Arks Portus, and I never do. But maybe
Well, we
next year.
we started off, and there was several, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s people in front of us, and we get to this one spot, and they take a wrong turn and go out one of the exits, and we're like, oh.
That is kind of easy to do at
Yeah.
times. I've done
And
that.
we're like, I don't think this is the right way. So we turned around, and there were some younger people behind us. They turned around too, and we all went back in. Well, we got separated from the main group. So it was just me and Cassie and then 3 other people. It was this couple and their friend. Well, their friend kept dipping off ahead of everybody and then waiting for his people to come up and just scaring the fuck out of them. It was great. And really, he got Cassie more than anybody in the haunted house got her.
Wow.
Which was fantastic. That's the whole reason to take, because I want to see her fucking jump out of her skin.
And they're pretty good at the jump scares there. You know, they make sure to get you at least once.
Oh, yeah. The swamp area was... Oh. Yeah.
Because they keep it dark in the swamp.
Oh, yeah. And they've got a guy that he's all dressed in
this
swamp
swamp
attire. And
gear,
like, you don't even see him until you hear him running through the water and jumping up at you.
Now, I do remember that. That's something that has stayed then. Because I do remember the swamp monster, and I was like, that was dope.
Like, that was fucking awesome.
Because it's so dark that you're just like, oh, shit, it could be anywhere. You know,
they had this fucking room, man, which I would love to set this up at a party. But it was a giant
every
room.
time I've been there, I'm like, God, you could film so much awesome music videos and shit in here. Like,
but this was the classic, like, bodies hanging from the ceiling
with
just the strobe light going.
Right.
So when you're moving, you just see these still motions.
Yeah.
And people popping out trying to scare.
Right.
Dude, it was fucking
it fucks with your
senses.
equilibrium. Yeah. Oh. Like, so when they do get you, you're like, holy shit. Like,
but one dude fucking... He was going through there, and I guess it just fucked his head up, because you could hear, doo-doo! Oh, fuck! He had busted his fucking head.
Down.
Fell down.
I was thinking you were about to say that he had like an epileptic seizure or something. No. He fell out.
No. But they kept asking Cassie for her beanie. She had a Jack Skellington beanie on. It's like, I want that beanie. You can't have it. Give it to me.
Like the actors for saying that's fucking great. Like they're all marks for fucking Nightmare.
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
I mean, everybody that I've ever met that did it, I mean, just loves the shit out of fucking you know, horror and that, you know, they get into it. They love the shit out of it. And that's the thing, you know, it's a good haunted house when like the people that run it are dedicated as fuck. You know, and they are like.
Well, most of those people are volunteers.
Yeah,
they don't even get paid
I was about to say
that.
a lot. Yeah, like most of those are volunteers. But yeah, they make a gang of money off of it every year. Like I'm pretty sure that dude just lives off that.
Well, they got that, and then they've got a not a panic room, an escape room over there that operates aside from the haunted house.
See, I didn't know that.
It's an hour long.
Escape rooms are a big thing nowadays.
Yeah, which they had a little 5-minute one in Arks Portus that you could do for $5. We did it. We fucking failed.
So is it one of those things where you have to tell them, like, yeah, we can't figure it out, let us out?
Well, it's like, after the 5 minutes is up, you gotta figure out the codes to get the keys before this asteroid hits Earth, or you're gonna die. Well, our 5 minutes got up, so
y'all died.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
And then he came in, and we were like, how the fuck do you do this? He's like, well, you had 2 of the keys. What? We did? We didn't even know.
Yeah, well.
And then he showed us the rest, so I was like, oh, okay. Next year.
You son of a bitch. I'll be back.
You don't give it away, you dumbass.
They'll be like, joke's on you, we switched it up this year.
It's like, fuck. Which, you know, they change shit up every year.
Oh, yeah, they're always going to do that to keep you, you know, on your toes.
Yeah, they don't want you to get used to how it's
right, like, okay, well, this is where the swamp thing comes out. And
oh, man, there was this trailer that they had you go in, and they built these walls. There were maybe, I don't know, a foot in between them. So you had to turn sideways and weave throughout this shit. And it's going up and down and sharp angled curves, trying to figure out a way. Dude, and it's completely black. You can't see shit. Your face.
I mean, like, I can't remember a part like that, but I can remember parts where it was like you are in pitch black and you are trying to find
your way out.
Yeah. You know, and being just so like, what the fuck? Yes. I've never been here. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Like,
and you just have no idea what you're about to touch.
Right. You could touch like, somebody, you know.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Right.
Am I going to touch brains?
Right. I might touch a dick. Whose dick is this?
Get it off of me. Get it out of my hand.
Is there a dick on my shoulder?
It's right there.
But yeah, Arks Portus is a cool fucking place. If you've never been, you should go. It's fucking dope as shit.
Well, there's that place that was McCamey Manor or whatever in Tennessee.
It's a
McCamey
Manor. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've been doing all kinds of research on this. This is another thing that the Cricket Bits brought to my attention. Thanks Cricket, for content. But McCamey Manor is named after the dude that runs it. His name is Russ McCamey.
Yeah.
And he looks like a Russ when you see him. He's ex-military. I forgot. If
He can't even tell you what the fuck he used to do, but he knows all these interrogation
right,
tactics.
and that was the thing. I very much got the vibe that he, used to do this shit.
I don't know. See, there's a documentary on it on
There are
Netflix,
several
I think it is.
documentaries on this attraction.
Yeah. Well, they did an episode of Dark Tourist.
Dark Tourist, yeah. See, that when I was reading up, it was Dark Tourist and another one that they were really hyping,
Right.
that had been on. But I'd watched a video on YouTube and some stuff that Cricket had sent me, some articles and a video too. The first video I watched was the trailer for McCamey Manor, because it's advertised like a haunted house type thing, but it's not.
It's not that.
No.
It's just this guy and his wife, I believe it is, or girlfriend, and they've got a barn set up in the back where they just put you through fucking hell.
They torture you, more or less.
They dress you up, they take away your senses, they talk shit to you the entire time.
Like I had even read some shit that said they make you do mind-altering drugs.
Wow.
I was like, dude, could you imagine having a bad trip and being tortured and all this fucked up around you, the dude himself puts it up, he puts it over like it's psychological more than anything,
right.
But a lot of people say that it's more physical torture you should get away with. It should be illegal. But the thing is you have to sign. You have to sign a lot of fucking shit, and you have to do a lot of fucking shit. Which I've got a list, and I'm going to go into that here in a minute because some of it's fucking crazy. But
I think it takes 4 hours or 8 hours.
It takes 4 hours to be read the waiver.
Right.
And while you're being read the waiver, and I'm not making this shit up. I'm going to put links in the description of this video for you to actually see some of this shit. Because some of it's questionable, and some of it I'm like, we'll get into that. But while they're reading you this 40-page fucking waiver, his cronies, and they're people dressed up like fucking clowns and fucking people that look like zombies with their fucking shit ripped off. It's people that you would see in a fucking regular haunted house, but they're slapping these people in the fucking face. They're fucking dunking their head in the fucking water. And the thing about it is in so many articles, he's like, we do not waterboard. We do nothing even remotely like waterboarding. And then you see some of this shit and you're like, how is this not fucking waterboarding, bro? And then there's claims where it was if you give it a good review or whatever, you're supposed to get the footage of, because they film it. This dude films this shit the entire time.
Yeah.
To have documentation of you, getting fucked up. And
he also has to call the fire department and the police department to let them know that they're doing an event, to ignore any kind of calls that might come through for his property.
And in some cases, in most cases, it has been. There are instances where the cops have come out, guns fucking drawn.
Wow.
Because of something that they got called for. So it was this is a very weird,
right on the line,
loophole of ethics, and it's fucking insane.
Oh, it's nuts.
There's a lot of people that say it's fraudulent. That it's
really
more of the guy's editing work to make it seem like this is fucked up. And then there's the other side of it where there's people that went through it that said they cut out the footage of the shit they really did to me. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of videos where you're like, yeah, blatantly, some time passed,
Right.
and we're here now. You know?
Right.
So that's the thing. It very much has room to be fucked up under this pretense of, hey, everything's above board. They signed a
Right.
waiver. They agreed. Because there's so many instances of them saying, well, when we first started, we didn't have safe words. So, like, you couldn't, I mean, it didn't fucking stop until they decided for it to stop.
Right.
So there were instances where people were like, yeah, you know, it went on for way fucking longer than I wanted it to.
Yeah.
You know.
But I know now he does institute safe words.
He does now, you know, because it's a very big, like, you know,
Probably got
it needs to
been
be
through
able
several
to.
lawsuits.
But there's also aspects of it where people were like, you know, they claim there's an EMT on standby there, and there's not. And somebody legit had a heart attack once,
Right.
and there was nobody there to take care of that. So
Yeah.
that was another thing where it was like, well, maybe this should be a little more regulated,
Right.
as opposed to just like, hey, we're just going to turn off the lights and forget that y'all are over fucking here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, because that's fucked up, you know. And there was people that would call in and say stuff like, hey, I saw somebody getting fucking dragged from the back of a van
Yeah.
by their neck by a chain, you know.
Yeah.
And then the guy coming out and being like, oh, no, that was one of our guys. It was more for a performance or whatever. It's like, bullshit, bro. When you watch these videos of this dude, you very much get the vibe. You're like, you like this shit.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't like this shit, you wouldn't do this shit.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's one of the things. Like, everybody keeps telling me I'm a psychopath, and I'm not a psychopath. Like,
It's like,
bro,
yeah.
you got something loose
you got,
upstairs,
you know,
man.
you might, maybe not full blown, but about half a cup at least,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
because on that Dark Tourism episode, dude who hosts it or whatever goes around and talks, he signs up for it. And you get to see, he quits like within the first 10 minutes.
wow.
And
They said there's like stages of it,
Yeah.
and nobody's made it to the final stage, and
No.
that's what a lot of people say is the fraudulent part,
Right.
Is that there is no final stage,
Right.
That nobody ever makes it past
a certain point.
a certain point.
And
It's very much derived on your personal fears. That's what's so crazy about this is once you sign up and they invest in you, they're doing their research on you. They want to
Yeah.
know what fucking scares you, what your personal fear is, so that they can use that to manipulate. They're going to make whatever your show is just for you.
exactly.
And that's what's fucking insane about it.
But like the stuff that they even show on there, on that episode, you see them go through. It's like, why in the fuck would you even sign up to do this?
Exactly. And there's a fucking waiting list of 27,000 fucking people waiting to do this. That was what really tripped me out. I'm like,
That
holy
is
shit.
fucking crazy.
But I want to get into this list because that kind of pertains to it too. Like, to enter, you have to be 21 or above, but it also says 18 to 20 with parents' approval. Which I was like, what fucking parent is going to see that and be like, oh yeah, signing
ahead,
you up
kid.
for that, you know?
Do it. That's what you want.
Like it. So, you got to be a grown-ass motherfucker to do this, first of all.
Yeah.
Then you have to bring in a completed sports physical.
Oh wow.
And a doctor's letter stating that you're physically and mentally cleared. You have to fucking pass a background check that the Manor themselves conduct. Screened via Facebook, FaceTime, or phone, proof of medical insurance. I'm not even shitting. Like, this is all fucking legit shit that they, like, you have to fucking do in order to do
you
this.
to have, yeah.
Sign a detailed 40-page waiver, like we were talking about, and then pass a portable drug test the day of.
Jesus.
So you can't be fucked up when you go over there,
wow.
and you can't have anything in your system. So they want you to be, basically,
All
it was
the
like
way-
they want you to be at peak physical condition so they can break you all the way down.
Yes.
You know, like, And
I wonder how many people have had PTSD from
and
this shit.
several from what I've read. There's a lot of people that's done it that have not been the same fucking since. That's the thing. There's so many hearsay things and things that are misconstrued, and I don't really know what to believe and all the stuff that I researched.
Right.
But I mean, I heard everything from essentially waterboarding, like being put in a like a freezer, but had water in it, and they're pouring water over you and like dunking your head in it.
Yeah.
People having tarantulas and scorpions, snakes fucking crawling on them, pulling off fingernails, like shit like that. I'm like,
Really?
that sounds fucking extreme, and that's the thing. Like, I don't think it goes that far.
I mean, I feel like he would do that if somebody gave him the permission to do that.
Right. I don't know, and that's the thing. It's like I said, it's in that gray area of consent.
Exactly.
And what is consent, and
How
in the fuck does a waiver make this shit legal? Is the big argument with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are against this shit. Like, that was something that I saw too. Was you've got the other side of this. That's like, this place is fucked up, and these are untrained sadists, and if you're into that shit, then go pay for a dom or a dominatrix.
Right.
Because they know what they're doing,
Right.
So, at least with a dominatrix and a dom, a safe word is present and is respected once it's uttered, so, in a professional scenario.
Right.
But, yeah.
That's insane.
It is, and it, like I said, there's definitely footage cut out that I'm like, what were we doing when the camera was not,
Well, see, there was a moment when in that episode where the guy tapped out, the host tapped out, and the other guy that was there doing it too, a separate person, he continued, and as soon as the host tapped out, they said, all right, you can't film anymore after here. We're going to do our thing. We'll be back. And the cameras couldn't follow, but they had their camera.
Right.
And they showed some of the footage of the thing. They were dunking him underwater and shit and had him tied up.
But they showed some of it, right?
Right.
They didn't show.
No,
it
they didn't
wasn't
show
a
all of it.
consistent.
No, there was no flow.
No.
Like a nonstop.
And that's the thing.
Shot.
Like, in that time of, hey, this footage is missing, a lot of shit could happen,
Which also, they move them around a lot and get them set up in different scenarios, too. So that could just be a lot of setup time, too.
Right.
Putting them in different areas. But I imagine those in-between times, they're still doing shit to fuck with them.
A lot of people would talk about being slapped around, thrown in a van, taken to his house, then they'd go somewhere else, I was like,
oh yeah, they do that.
The especially now with there being, and that was something I wanted to get to. Apparently he has a place in Huntsville.
Oh.
And I think it's a scenario of he moves people around depending on what it is, I guess, that they're doing, what their fears are, whatever.
Right.
But he
could be like, if your fear is being kidnapped, I'm just going to drive from
that is the thing.
Tennessee to Huntsville.
A lot of it is based off of the kidnap aspect of it too. So being bound and gagged and thrown in a van, and
that's the ultimate
up,
being out of control,
right? And that he very much puts it over as like you're living your real life horror movie.
Yeah.
And for the extreme, I guess I could see where that could be appealing, but me personally, fuck that.
Yeah. I don't want bloody noses and
and
hypothermia.
Right, and drowning freaks me out. Fuck that. So no waterboarding for me, please.
And then not to mention all the degrading,
verbal. And that's the thing, like when I'm watching him fuck with these people, I'm just like, you seem fucking military to me.
Yeah.
You seem like authoritarian to me. Like you get off on respect my authority.
Yeah, of being the master, being the one in
Right.
control, the one who calls all the shots.
And that's the thing. He swears
Holding
up
your
and
life
down,
in his
it's,
fucking hands is
there's
basically what
nothing.
it is.
There's nothing sexual about it. There's no, hypersexualized rape, scenario
Right.
or whatever. I tried to read up if there was ever claims of that. I never saw any of that. Most of the claims against them were more violent, like they
Like
took
physical abuse type things.
physical abuse or psychological abuse, that they didn't recover from. And he put it out there in that, like, you signed this waiver, you knew what the fuck you were getting into. He's got that loophole and that safeness of that, it's like, well, you consented to this, I've got that in writing, I let you know in great
filmed
a
and
great
discussed
extent.
this.
Right.
Yeah, because they do. They film the whole time.
They film it. They film all of it. That's the thing. Like, I think they do film all of it. I think what you see is different, though. I think they go back and they cut. And it even shows in a couple of the scenes of what I watched of him editing the videos. And,
Right.
I mean, he was loving it. He was loving watching that shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, man, you're a little fucked.
Yeah.
Because he kind of puts himself over like, oh, I'm just this blue-collar guy.
Regular guy making a living.
Fucking, yeah, and it's like, no, bro. And the kids know about it. His fucking kids know about it. They're like, yeah, what do you think about your dad's, haunted house? They're like, it's creepy, like, they're just kind of like, yeah, it's weird. It's fucked up. We've seen some shit, but not for us, like.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. That's just everyday life for those kids.
We get straight A's and we don't get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah. You see, America, this is how we do it.
That's how you make your kids behave. Torture other people in front of them.
Yeah. This show took a dark turn.
Hey, Halloween.
It is fucking very much a Halloween podcast. But yeah, this place is fucking nuts, man. The fact that it exists. It started out in San Diego. It started out as a California thing. I guess they found a way to push them out. And then now they're set up shop in Tennessee. And then I guess they've got the spot in Huntsville, which was something that one of the people that claimed that they were abused was like, they didn't, about this place, but they have other places. And that was something that it was like, well, what's those other places where you could...
Why was that not disclaimed?
Right, that you're like, that's, that's sketchy. That's, like I said, this very much could be the front for something way darker.
Well, it's like, what if you did decide to snap and just take these people?
I mean, who's to say? I don't know. I don't know what his mental stability is. He tries to put himself over like he's just this,
Thrill seeker.
Thrill seeker. I don't know. Weird. It's strange. I've seen stuff where it was like people that went through his shit to get to that final level, and then something happened to where like he wouldn't take them to that final stage. So it was like, oh, it's just bullshit, So I don't know. It's weird. There's a lot of shit attached to it. It's a controversial thing.
Yeah.
And it's one of the craziest fucking haunted houses experiences in fucking America, because it's legit. Like, to some fucking degree, one way or another, even if it's like way over the fucking line, there is documented videos where you see them, dunking people's heads under fucking water, slapping them around, people bound from their wrists and fucking puking on themselves. I mean, watch some of the videos. They're fucked. Like, if you're squeamish, they're not for you. But,
Yeah.
fucking, it's some pretty crazy shit. The fact that anybody would willingly sign up for that. Because the documentary I watched, this chick had come back for her second time.
What?
Yeah, she was from Kuwait.
Whoa.
So she come all the way from Kuwait to do it again, just to see if she could push herself farther.
You training for Kuwait to get under siege or something. Like, shit.
Like, this is a backstory for a Marvel character.
Yeah,
God
really.
damn.
Fuck.
Subjected to torture for years.
Willingly.
Only made her stronger.
Oh,
Coming
shit.
this summer.
How did Halloween even get to this?
What, just
Just the
finding ways to
crazy
horrify one another?
Yeah, because it used to be like just trying to ward off evil spirits.
Right. I don't know how the like, what's the word, the macabre
Right.
of Halloween came about, but
Only when America started celebrating it did it start evolving to this craziness.
well, isn't it pagan?
It is a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
And you know it's actually more Irish than St. Patrick's Day is.
Really?
Yeah. St. Patrick's Day was mostly invented by Irish Americans.
Hmm.
And St. Patrick, he's not even, I don't even think he's Irish.
Well. What a phony!
But yeah, like,
So
It was
we should be dressing up like leprechauns and shit
well,
right now.
St.
Then, right?
Patrick's color was actually more blue than green, too. So the whole green
What?
thing, yeah. Like,
My whole life is a fucking
yeah,
lie,
yeah.
Elmac. Okay, well, fuck. Leprechauns aren't a fucking thing. Green's not a fucking thing. St. Patrick's Day is not a fucking thing.
It didn't even
And
become...
all the fucking shit you eat is frozen. Nothing's actually really made. Fucking the world
anymore.
is a lie.
Just one big fucking lie.
God.
I don't know. It transformed from people dressing around doing just little things to ward off evil spirits. Like, it even evolved in America for poor kids running around begging for coins
I
on a
got you.
specific night. And they dismissed that. Well, when they told kids they couldn't do that anymore, they just started going around throwing shit at people's houses.
That's where that came from. Well, that is something that can kind of segue into something else I had was Devil's Night in Detroit.
Yeah.
That was something that always kind of fascinated me, just because it was a kind of a central plot point in The Crow.
Yes.
And God, I love The Crow. But
I always wondered if that was like a real thing. Too.
it is.
Yeah.
And that was something I started, researching up on. And Devil's Night, and it's called a lot of different fucking things. It's called, like, it goes from varying degrees of pranks. Like, there's Mat Night, where they'll switch everybody's doormats, or Doorbell Night, where they'll just
Ding dong
ditch people, and just shit like that. But then, Devil's Night, it's like motherfuckers just burn down. There's a lot of abandoned property
Right.
in Detroit, and people will target these abandoned buildings
Just
set them on fire. And not only do the firefighters have to come out, but they have to come fight a fire that, like, there's nobody in there to
Yeah.
fucking save. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, we're just putting this out because
Wasting
some
their
assholes,
time.
right? And there's been instances where the fire from that abandoned place burned down somebody's legitimate home,
Right.
and they lost every fucking thing. So I just thought that was crazy that, like, there is a legit Devil's Night, in Detroit. People starting fires and shit. Like, even 8 Mile, there was that scene where they set the house on fire. That was just a Detroit thing, I guess.
Right.
To fucking, but it's the arson capital is
Jesus,
Detroit.
I didn't even realize
yes, that was something that I during the research that I found out. I was like, holy shit, there's more arson in Detroit than anywhere in America.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bunch of pyros up there.
Yeah.
I need to go up there.
Mac's like, that sounds kind of cool.
I mean,
I don't
would
want to hurt
burn a huge
nobody,
fucking
but
building down, an abandoned building where there's nobody in, but
I don't want to fuck nobody's house up or nothing.
because I mean that would just be fucking cool.
Yeah.
To see a whole
fucking whole house
building
on
or
fire.
house or whatever just go up. Yeah, that would be
It'd
awesome.
be like that day they burned the barn on The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
And they really burned it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's just stand around and watch it.
that's what I would do.
That's what they did. They just waited until it fell apart. They were like, yeah! I was like, that's so what we would have done, too. Like, the minute it fell, we're like, yeah!
Stick some walls and burn some wood.
There it goes. There it goes. Ah! We were going to get into some horror movie bullshit, but we both had the revelation that there's no good fucking horror movies anymore.
Not anymore, no. I mean, you've got your jump scare movies,
Yeah.
and that's probably about as close as you're going to get now.
It very much took a turn for the paranormal with
That and, like, your slasher flicks are just boring as shit now because they're all so predictable.
Right. That formula's been done to death, so there's nothing
Yeah.
really new to do with it.
I mean, then you start getting into your psychological thrillers,
Right.
like was it Don't Speak or whatever?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
That was a really good movie.
I've heard that
Very
it was
suspenseful.
A good, yeah, I've heard that it was a good like suspense horror movie.
But
And
I
the
mean,
premise, I mean, it very much seems like it would be like that on edge of not making sound.
right? But I feel like everything's just been done to death. So
It has.
you don't get that initial, like when Exorcist first came out, how that creeped the fuck out of people.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was a big deal.
Now you've
That
got
movie
that
movie kind of haunted the people that made it. you know?
yeah. But you've got 1,000,001 exorcism
Oh,
possession
yeah,
movies
yeah.
now.
Every somewhat basis of a true story,
Mm-hmm.
fucking story that there's ever been has been made into a fucking movie. So, I don't know, it's very done to death. And I want to say that I had read something about some kind of new copyright law that was going to make certain properties where, like, if you didn't do something with them in the next 2 years, that you'd lose them.
Oh,
And that Freddy Krueger and Jason both were part of that. So if they don't fuck around and make a new Freddy or Jason in the next like 2 years, then they lose
then the
it.
rights will
return to whoever, I guess.
or be open for grabs.
Be open,
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe somebody else could take it, but
Leave it alone, Disney.
but I want it, damn it! Ha! I can make it work. Ha!
Ugh.
God damn it, Mickey. Lord Disney.
But how fucking weird would it be to see Deadpool and Freddy Krueger in a film together?
Oh my God, that's something I didn't think about.
Whoa.
Wow.
Like, whoa.
You see what I'm saying? Ha!
Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool going to sleep and having to fight Freddy.
Yeah, yeah.
But Deadpool can't die.
But you'd be in
Freddy
Dead,
can't die.
and you'd be in Deadpool's dreams. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he'd probably end up like fucking you with a unicorn or
That's
something.
true,
I don't know.
too.
There's
Wow. There's so many twists you can take
right,
with that.
right.
All right,
well,
Mickey, maybe go ahead.
well, maybe. When I think about that, let us know in the comments. Would y'all want to see that a Deadpool versus Freddy
Krueger.
movie?
That would be fucking dope.
I'm gonna make a mock poster of it. Deadpool versus Freddy.
I set out to talk shit about it. I'm like, this is fucking cool.
Let's do it. Let's greenlight that shit. Let's let the fucking thing run out on it so we can buy that shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, as far as movies go, nothing's scary anymore.
No.
Nothing that haunts you after you've
No,
finished watching
no.
it anymore.
No, because it's like people are either trying to be like, "Woo, ghosts," or fucking psychological, or just over the top gore.
Yeah.
and it's just like,
That's where the
just-
slasher films have gone
Right.
to, is the over-the-top gore stuff.
yeah. And I'm just not a fan, you know. And I mean, like, I'm all for gore and if the story's good, you know,
Right.
like that's why I enjoyed the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Because, well, some of the Saw movies, some of them were like, meh, but
And even they were a little over the top with some of their gags.
Yeah,
and
some of
and
it
the
was.
goriness.
but There were definitely
Which-
gags that I was like, ugh.
Yeah. But you still had that backstory, the whole continuous story going
Right.
on that kept you
there was
guessing.
a bigger message and picture to all that. It was very much a psychological as well as gory, you
Right.
know, so it was, you know, it was a lot of different things. I think that's why I liked it, because I was just like, wow, this is unlike anything I've seen.
Yeah.
Especially at the time, like there was nothing. Even back then, there was really nothing good coming out horror wise.
I mean, the first one, by far, was the best.
Yeah,
And if it had only been that one, I'd have been completely fine with that.
yeah, I agree. When somebody was like, dude, you need to watch this, I was like, fuck that, dude. I'm not into
Yeah.
that gory for just gore shit. And they're
Right.
like, no, dude, this is a head fuck movie.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and I was just like, nope. Because, you know, you're playing whodunit in your head. Of
Yeah,
like,
the whole time.
you know, I'm thinking it's the orderly guy. You know, most
Mm-hmm.
people probably are. And then they just fucking slap you in the face. Like, nope, dude's been on the floor the whole
The
fucking
whole
time.
right under your fucking nose.
Right? You're like, God, like, this whole fucking time, you know, because it's been hours, you know.
Yeah.
That dude is not moved. To me, it was one of the more original ideas in the past decade, at least.
Yeah. Which they did good incorporating him, like, having this whole thing been set up from the beginning
Right.
with the sequels.
Yeah, yeah. Gave you room to make, you know, some new story arcs.
Yeah, so you could have, 8 fucking movies now?
Hey, yeah, yeah. Because Saw 7 was supposed to be it, and then they made the Jigsaw movie, which I actually watched, and I didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it either. It was
Okay. Still gave you that twist at the end, like, you know, most of them try to do. I can only really remember one or two of them that the twist was kind of like, eh.
kind of let you down.
Yeah, but for the most part, they've always kind of been like, oh, that was good. You
Yeah.
know, they always try to find some kind of way to misdirect you and
Yeah.
kind of put it in front of your face the whole time, but not at the same time. Like, I know there was a lot of aspects of of 2
Yeah.
that like it was just right in front of you, that you're like, there was like stuff on the walls that would have told you, just all this
Yeah.
crazy shit, stuff he's holding, that it's just like, dude, if the cop would have been paying attention, he'd have won the game, you know. So it's very much based on, you have to play by the rules.
That's
you
right.
know? That's the whole point, you know. When he started getting proteges and they didn't play by the rules, he found a way to make sure they got offed, because he never killed anybody.
That's right.
That was another thing that was interesting about that character, is he never actually killed anyone. He just put you in these situations where you had to choose.
Your life or a part of you.
Right. You had to give up something. Mm-hmm. You had to sacrifice something.
Yep.
In order to live, to appreciate life.
Exactly.
That was the whole point. So I was like, you know, that's a pretty heavy horror. Could you even really call him a horror villain? You know, I mean, it's still fucked up, but
Yeah, but do you hate him for it?
I never did.
I didn't either.
I saw it more as vigilantism than the need to be cruel, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't about him getting off to the mutilation.
No,
of
I
people.
don't think he did. I think it was very much a,
A vengeance
you
type
don't
thing.
appreciate life, so I'm going to make you choose.
And there's only one way to make you appreciate
Right.
something is you have to lose something.
Yeah. Yeah, like the pound of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was horrible. That was fucking horrible. There was a few, like I said, there were a few gags on that I was just like, ugh. That is hard to watch. The saw blades in between the fingers.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That one was rough. But yeah, to me, those were the last good ones. Like I said, to me, Michael Myers, you know, Jason, Freddy, they've all just been overdone. Leatherface.
They're boring.
Yeah, they've gotten boring. Yeah, I could see where there was intrigue back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
But
well, I mean, they were
They're
new.
right.
There was fresh ideas.
Right. But their time has come and gone, and it's hard to make new horror
Yeah.
villains. It's hard to make new icons, period, these days.
It really is. Because everything's so here and gone so fast.
Yeah.
What's next?
Right. Next! But yeah, I don't think I have any more Halloween shenanigans, Macawills, do you?
No. But side note, Matrix 4.
Oh, yeah. When is that supposed to be a thing?
2020? 2021, something like that. But I've been, like, watching some videos on some theories of how they could tie it in. And, you know, it's very possible. You know, Neo was only the, 7th version? So there had been others before him, other ones before him.
Huh. So you're thinking there's a new one?
That, or he got imprinted into the Matrix itself, so he still exists, like, digitally.
Oh.
Maybe. They took his body off so then they can save his body, reconnect his mind.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't think about that.
Because, you know, on computers in the digital world, nothing ever really gets deleted.
Right.
It's always there.
He's out there in the ether.
So, and then as far as Trinity goes, don't know.
Right.
Don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Because she died in the crash.
Unless she's also some kind of entity.
But see, she died outside of the Matrix.
Right.
He died while still being plugged into the Matrix.
Okay.
But who's to say that when he walks away, the machines don't come in there and take her body and fix her up? Bring her back.
I'm very interested to see. I almost feel like they wouldn't be doing this if they didn't have something good.
Yeah. Unless it was like, the property's going to run out if you don't do it.
God, I hope that's not what it was. All right, guys, we got 2 years or we lose it. Well, fuck.
All right, do something. Keanu?
Will Keanu do it?
Yeah, man, as long as it's good. All right. He said if it's good.
I mean, John Wick was okay. I think we could do good, right? Not to diss on John Wick, but it's a very simple plot to those movies.
It's very just an action-driven movie.
Right. So
I like them.
They're revenge-driven movies.
Yeah. Would you consider The Matrix steampunk?
I would consider The Matrix cyberpunk.
Okay.
That's more what I would see that as.
I've just seen where some people have described it steampunk / cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I could see that more as just steampunk.
yeah, I was like, I don't know about steampunk.
Yeah. Steampunk, to me, is more of it's a retroistic style with a futuristic capability.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Technology, but
it looks like old cogs and,
right.
You know, shit you'd find at Nigel the British Robot's house.
Yeah, fuck Nigel. Nigel can fucking stay at his house.
He can stay in the closet that we keep him in.
I spilled some crumbs, bitch. Get over here and get them up.
Poor Nigel.
He'll be alright. He ain't got no fucking feelings.
He does now. We had a fucking AI established into him.
Why did you do that?
Well, we're trying to get... we're trying to make him less of a dick, man. He's kind of a dick. Or maybe we just thought he was a dick, and maybe there wasn't really anything wrong with him. Maybe we just fixed him for the wrong reason. I don't know.
Well, you stay in your lane, Nigel. Don't worry about what's going on over here. We're good. You hear that, Red?
Well, I mean, you know, even if keep Nigel over here, you know, you always have to worry about the gopher.
I don't mind Gopher. I can punt his ass.
You can trip over him and make him drop his croissant.
Yeah.
He was pretty mad.
I mean, you know what? He should bathe more, and he wouldn't get hairs on his fucking croissant too.
Or at least brush. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. I'll buy you a brush, Gopher. Me and him's been hanging out lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's been fun, man.
Yeah.
He
Y'all sent me that picture. Y'all having some drinks.
Yeah. He's an ambitious little guy, but sometimes he bites off more than he can chew.
That is him. That is him all the way.
Yeah. That's the epitome of gopher.
Got that little man syndrome.
Yeah. He's got to be a badass at all times. Because I'm like, yo, bro, you're small and, liquor content and all that kind of thing, that ratio or whatever. He's like, no, man, I can fucking handle it. Okay.
We'll see.
Yep.
Bet he didn't, did he?
No. Bad idea. Instant regret.
Now you know.
Yeah. But y'all know all about that sometime later.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Seen old Cricket finally got his suit.
Yes, Cricket's now part of Team GOG going forward.
The suit's fucking dope looking.
It is dope. You were there. You were there when we went to the Avengers penthouse.
Yeah.
Very swanky.
Yeah.
Well, we jacked some shit on the way out. We didn't just get that. There's some other stuff too, but I'll wait on that. Just had to wait and find out.
Well, you'll just have to wait and see, guys.
Ooh. Teasers.
Aw, shit.
Speaking of plug-in shit, if you like what you hear, subscribe to us, because we're on the road to 100. Trying to get to 100 subscribers. We're at 74, and we have sat at 74 for way longer than I want to.
Yeah, so just tell
get
your
on
friends
it, people.
to just like, hey,
tell your friends,
subscribe and turn off the notifications. You don't even have to listen to it. Just click it.
Yeah, because you always hear those people that are like, click the little bell for notifications, and yeah, we'd like for you to know when we fucking come on, but most people, when you subscribe, it's going to tell you, hey, this person's got a new video. So
yeah,
we're not sweating you that hard, but come on, just subscribe. We need 100.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do some more. Do it slowly.
True lies up in this bitch.
God,
This has been all over the place.
Man.
Halloween / everything else podcast.
ADD Halloween.
ADD Halloween. That's the title.
Boom.
But yeah, if you're already subscribed and you like the channel, help us out and join our Patreon over at patreon.com/RedMonsterInc.
And put like 50 cents on there.
Yeah, even if it's 50 cents, we don't care.
Just something.
Something.
So
To
we'll be
show-
like, oh look.
Yeah,
We got monies.
somebody put some stuff on our
I can go buy
Patreon
half a
page.
Coke.
Yeah, half a Coke, because that's a thing.
just go to McDonald's. Be like, I want
I just want-
water with
I
half
just
a
want
Coke.
half a Coke. Okay,
I'm trying to watch my figure.
I'm trying to watch my figure. How many Tenacious D references can we get in on this episode?
Oh Jesus.
But yeah, give us monies on the Patreons. And hit us up in the comments. Like, that's something I've been meaning to get more into the habit of saying is interact with us. Talk with us. What do you want? What do you want to hear on the show? We felt like we were getting in a rut there for a while of like sex and
drugs
and rock and roll and yeah. And I was like, whoa, we should probably slow our roll and class this show up a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Which is why me and the Machiavells have been just kind of doing our thing the past 2 episodes.
Yeah, like nerd stuffs.
Nerd stuffs and just getting back to our roots, if you will.
Yeah. We need to have a fucking music episode, bro.
We do. We're kind of sorely lacking in that department.
So I feel like there's a lot of music that's slept on out there.
Yeah. Well, we had a chat about music before we started
yeah.
talking about just how there's not a lot of like new music that I'm just dying to get, you know?
Yeah, like anything that's popular now is just
yeah. There might be something every now and then that, and even then it's like it's more catchy than I really like it.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of how I got with Billie Eilish.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's got catchy shit, and she's not a pop star, so I can kind of dig it. You know, it's a little dark, you know, fucked up. So
Yeah, I'm like worn out on her shit now.
Yeah, I could. Well, I mean, your daughters listen to it though.
Yeah, so do all the other females in the house. I
Oh,
live
wow.
in. So
you're just done.
I'm
You're
just
done.
Billie Eilish referenced all night long. It's like, God.
Get out here with your bloody nose, bitch.
Yeah. Your blue ink eyes and shit.
your big yellow hoodie.
Spiders crawling out your mouth.
Fucking syringes in your back. You weird bitch.
Which, hey, kudos to her that she's not trying to slut it up.
Yeah,
I will give her that. Like,
that was
thank
her
you.
thing.
You're original. You're eccentric.
Right, and I guess that was why I could kind of respect her. You know, it's like, okay, you're a weirdo. I'm a fellow weirdo.
Right.
I can appreciate that. But she's got some okay stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Very got to be in a mood for her type of shit.
Right. It's very.
I can't just put on
Yeah, and
her album. And be
right, I
like,
was about to
oh
say.
yeah,
I was about to say, I don't think, I probably wouldn't be one of those like, oh man, I like every song on this album.
Yeah.
Probably not like that, but.
I'm not that depressed.
Right. Selective. Selective. Years. Well, I hope y'all have a fucking awesome Halloween.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're gonna do it up at the Maccabees once again.
We might send some pictures on the next cast.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna do a video this time, but
Nah, there's probably gonna be too much fun stuff going
yeah, I
on.
was about to say.
I mean, playing with dry ice. Shit.
Got things going on, man. But yeah. Thank y'all for listening to the special Halloween edition of the Red Monster Inc. podcast. I am the DOJ.
And I'm the Machiavells.
We'll catch y'all next time.
Holla, holla.